Super Bowl, and that didn't go well. So yeah, it's baseball season for me.
And you went in with Tomlin too.
Yeah, but I stand on those statements.
I mean, your
What?
predictions weren't that far off. Bears game could have went either way.
Yeah, Ole Miss too.
Ole Miss, yeah, to the very end. The Steelers got ugly at the end, but I mean, it
Yeah.
was a 7-6 game or 7-10 game to the fourth quarter.
Houston gave Pittsburgh a lot of opportunity to
Oh, for
win
sure,
that game.
for sure.
A lot of opportunity.
Yeah, the offense didn't fare too well with short fields and all the turnovers that we were given.
I think that DK drop just
Killed my momentum.
killed the momentum and killed the game. 'Cause we was getting to them first couple drives.
Yeah, until we started getting shut down on first and second down, and then forced into passing situations on third, and those.
Story we've been seeing for about 4 or 5 years now.
So what do you think? Like, what do you think's next for Tomlin? If you had to like predict a path for him,
I'll let Bishop take this one first.
I think he sits out for a while.
mm-hmm.
I don't know if he comes back to. I feel like once you've coached in one spot for that long, I feel like coming back to coach a different team might feel weird for him.
Yeah.
He is an older coach too, so I just
Mhm.
don't know how that would resonate with newer players in a different
Yeah.
spot. Great coach though, I
Yeah.
think, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Absolutely.
But I see him probably going into TV like Bill Cowher did,
Yeah.
taking some time off and then slowly winging his way into TV. I don't see him broadcasting, so to speak. It's
Yeah.
like calling games, like
Mhm.
Romo or Brady
Yeah,
does. But I can see him on the halftime shows
Yeah.
and the pregame shows type thing.
Yeah, we were talking about that last episodes. Like, what would you do? Like, you have such a legacy in Pittsburgh. Do you risk doing a couple seasons somewhere else and
And
it
going
flopping
back,
and then
yeah.
going to TV? Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. I'll go ahead. I was just saying, I think, yeah, it didn't end so well here, but I mean, like the wins and all that stuff that you have here, you do have a Super Bowl. I just
Mhm.
think, why go back at
He
that
stamped
point?
that legacy there.
Yeah.
I felt the same way about Harbaugh as well, though. I was like, man, it'd be cool just to see these two guys just ride off into the sunset, leave it for another regime. I mean, it is another regime in the
Yeah.
AFC North right now.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody got fired except for the guy who should have got fired. Cincinnati. Man, I honestly think that Tomlin's talents would be more appreciated at the college level. Like, you see how, like, Deion's doing and Bill Belichick. I just think that if he can get grown men to want to run through a wall for him, imagine what he would do to, college kids.
Yeah.
But that's tough, too, with this
NIL stuff,
and,
yeah. There's
transfer.
no loyalty right now
Yeah.
in college coaches and players right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Who was it? Brown's coach just got moved.
Stefanski.
Yeah, Stefanski. Yeah, I saw that he just got moved too. A lot of people were pretty upset about that too.
Yeah, DC
Atlanta
Young
fans
Fly
are
did
for
not
sure.
like that move. They're not happy about that one.
He didn't have a welcoming party in Atlanta.
No, I think it's going to take a couple games to see
Yeah.
how they go. Maybe a few years if he gets that long.
Right.
If he gets that long, for sure.
While we're on NFL, you guys want to do predictions for these last two games? Is it? Yeah.
You gonna leave that to me, or you
Yeah,
retiring?
I'm good.
Oh, we
you
both,
retiring?
guys both got
Yeah.
pulling in.
Um,
We'll go start with Patriots at Broncos.
I mean, I feel like them losing their Bo Nix kind of killed Denver's momentum and any chances. They still have a chance because they have a good defense.
Right.
I feel like if the defense plays well and puts Stidham in very opportunistic, situations, I think that Sean Payton's good enough play caller where he can put some points on the board still. But I just don't. I don't see it. Patriots are playing real good right now, so I do have the Patriots beating them. I do think it'll be closer than what people think, though. I don't think it'll be like a blowout. I think it'll probably be like a 7-point game or something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe 10 at the most. But the Seattle and Rams, though, I feel like that one can go anyway. They've played each other really well this year, and they're familiar with each other. I think Stanford and Adams are gonna have something to prove, and Puka and those guys. I just think that the Rams end up pulling that out, and we get the Patriots and the Rams in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That's my prediction.
I like Bishop said about the quarterback situation. Having Jared Stidham having to come in on no work this year. It's going to be rough. But the Broncos do well with little offense and little offense situations. They do well because their defense is so good. I think it's going to be a battle with the defenses because New England's offense hasn't looked that hot neither the past few games. I got it a 3-point game. I got maybe a 17-14 Patriots.
It's in New England, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a cold. It's going to be a cold one. That storm should be rolling in. No, it won't be here yet. Or no, it might be.
This Sunday, yeah. I think they said the storm's coming in like 2 bursts.
No. I think this game's going to be in Denver. I think Denver was the top.
Oh yeah,
Denver is the top. So either way it goes, it's going to be a weather game. Yeah, it's going to suck.
And I'm going to say it's hitting almost everywhere. If you look at those maps, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But for the Rams in Seattle, man, the Rams have been giving the ball away at a high clip the past 4 or 5 weeks. Really all December, and then coming into January, they ain't cleaned it up any. And Seattle was really good at taking the ball away. So I would have to lean towards Seattle. So I would go Patriots and Seattle for a rematch. We'll see if there's any the slant calls on the 1 yard line this time around. But yeah, that's who I got for the Super Bowl.
You want to go so far as you say who has that game?
No.
Yeah, you want to watch these two.
Got to wait to see what the week brings.
Baseball season, man.
Baseball.
You were just telling our listeners to sit tight until baseball season. Oh man. So is there any other like big moves right now that happened other than the Stefanski coming in, like coaching wise?
The Ravens just hired what? Minster? Jesse Minster or
Mentor.
Minter? Yeah.
Harbaugh went to the Giants.
I thought he was going to go to L.A. That's where I thought he would end up with the Raiders.
Bills interviewing Phillip Rivers.
That's a shocker.
Yes, this dude's a high school football coach.
Came back.
Played a couple games for the Colts. I think he might still be on the roster in some sort of manner.
I think so. Maybe until March.
Some waivers or something like that. Yeah. Interviewing for a head coach job. Phillip Rivers is like the man of the year right now.
Yeah.
I mean, he has a way with words, so who knows?
Right.
Now, I did see something about like, I don't know if it was true or not, Aaron Rodgers making almost like a plea to Green Bay to come back for like at least a season. Was there any validity to that, or do you think that would even be effective?
Let me see if that's true. I don't know. I don't really believe reports unless I see them come from Adam Schefter.
Yeah, Schefter.
Especially even with Rodgers, him and Schefter's relationship, you gotta wait for Rodgers to kind of say something like that with when it comes with Aaron Rodgers. I just don't see what it would do for Green. He would go there and he wouldn't play over Love at this point in his career. So unless he's going for like a farewell tour kind of consultant type of kind of consultant, like help Love out a little bit more or something like that. I don't think it would be true. I don't see him coming back to take on that role. I see him coming back to play if he was to come back.
Who would you're the owner of Pittsburgh right now. Is there any candidate for coaches that would you pick up other than Tomlin?
Brian Flores and there's a defensive coordinator from Miami. Anthony something.
They just had him in. I forgot his name. I know you're talking about though.
Yeah, I like what he had to say. He's talking about you being a physical game, got to get back to being a physical game.
Put your helmet on somebody's chin. Yeah.
On somebody's chin and all that good stuff. I like that.
Yeah.
That's the kind of talk I like.
It seems like he got a second interview. The guy you're referring to. They got him in for a second interview. I still think if they liked him that much, I think they would have hired him by now. I think they are waiting on Shula and Schillhouse second interview. I think it is between those three though.
Yeah.
I do think Flores was kind of like like with the Rooney Rule, you have to bring in so many people.
I also seen where they said Mike Tomlin suggested
Flores. Yeah, I think it would be. I don't know. I got multiple different mixed feelings about Flores. For one, as you hear things about his tenure in Miami and how things went with certain players down there. But then you look at his defenses and you're like, that's what we're built off of here.
A lot of that too had to do with the fact that
The
ownership wanted him to tank games.
Yeah.
And he wasn't with it. Kind of called him out for it. I think that's where a lot of that nasty.
That animosity, yeah. I think my three, well, my three right now is like you said, the Miami defensive coordinator. If we could remember his name or figure out his name. I did listen to him talking.
Is that defensive coordinator?
Yeah, the defensive coordinator for Miami. I don't know why his name's. Oh, I'm drawing a blank on his name. He impressed me just by the way
Anthony
he talks.
Weaver.
Yep.
Anthony Weaver.
I think Shula with the name and the connection to Pittsburgh, obviously, but I think what he's been able to do with the Rams defense with less.
Right.
There's not a lot of talent on that defense right now. You got Jared Verse and I think Fisher on the defensive front, and they got a linebacker that can play pretty good. But like, he's producing a lot with a lot of nothing over there, and it'd be interesting to see what he could do if he was to come here. I do think honestly, if we were to get Shula as the head coach, then you probably bring in Shillhouse as the OC, which would be a step up for him. Yeah. That is if something that he would want to do, and it seems like that McVay gives him high praise, and I think innovation is something that we haven't seen in our offense since even when Ben was here the last couple of years. Like there's no kind of innovation. It's kind of like old school Stiller, like this is what we're doing. You just got to stop us,
right?
Type of ball game. But I think we'll know Storm, whatever the Storm does, we'll probably know by sometime next week. I think once these second interviews go for Shula and Shillhouse. I think that's how you pronounce his last name.
Yeah.
And the Stiller, Pittsburgh Yinzers will say Shillhouse that with the the accent down there.
I would bring up college football moves, but with the NIL, it seems like it's just rampant now.
Oh man, was it true that Tony hit the portal?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, they're saying Ohio State, UCF, or Florida, which I could see him probably going to UCF to play for Heartline.
I just thought he had a good season and he's playing on a big stage in Miami. I just didn't see. But money talks. Right. Money talks. So we'll see. He's an electric player, and for him to be supposed to be in high school this year, 18 and doing what he's doing on that level, on the national stage too, I think he'll be a dynamic player. Hopefully he stays healthy. Can end up on the black and gold maybe one day.
I just saw here that they tried to get the tournament beyond 12 teams.
Yeah, they decided to keep it the same.
Yeah, I saw that they just decided to.
I feel like eventually, though, it's a money thing.
Yeah,
they'll expand it because you can stretch it longer and longer, and more money you make. Longer college football goes, the NFL season keeps getting longer and longer. Before you know it, there might be 19 games going on or whatever, and 2 buys or something like that. But when there's money to be made, I think you'll keep stretching that thing eventually.
And I see they added a clause to where Notre Dame gets in if they finish in the top 12. Mm-hmm. So a lot of people's upset about that.
Just gets to get in.
Is that because of their conference, or is it just
they're not in a conference?
That's what I mean. Like they're independent, right?
Yeah.
That's okay. Speaking of coaches, when I know we're going back, but I thought Marcus Freeman might interest me. As a candidate, but he hasn't been called on for.
There was talks about it.
There was, yeah. I thought they'd possibly call him in, but
they're talking about Mario Cristobal now too.
I guess you got to leave no stone unturned at this point. See what everybody has to say. I think it doesn't matter who we bring in if we don't bring in any weapons on offense.
Right, and that's what people. The first thing that when you understand that people's don't really have a high football IQ when you're speaking to them is when they say
what do I say when you speak to me?
is when they blame the coach and they blame the head coach and they blame the quarterback.
Yeah.
If those are the two people that you see people bashing,
They're the two easiest people to bash.
yeah, they're two people that you can see.
Well, you're
can
seeing the surface level.
Yeah.
I was about to say, like,
Exactly.
yeah, that'd be my targets.
But when you're actually watching the game and you understand all the phases, you understand every level.
The preparation, man, that just goes into that. Just
Right.
I didn't, of course, wish I would have played in NFL, but just playing in college ball, just the amount of meetings, the amount of preparation, the amount of practices, the amount of film, just that goes into everything. You can be so well prepared, and then you get people out there who just don't perform. You know what I mean? And a lot of times, like you said, that you can blame that on the coach. It's the coach's job to get certain people in certain positions, but sometimes it's what they say, the X's and O's,
Right.
or the Jimmies and Joes, not the X's and O's. So
Right. You got to execute.
got to execute at the end of the day. That's what it comes down to, and making sure that the scheme is right for certain players too. I do think our defensive scheme didn't fit some of the defensive backs that we had.
Yeah,
I do like the way Joey Porter did come on at the end of the season, though.
he did. I was critical of him.
Yeah, I know. I remember. Yeah.
I
You
was
and a
very
couple
critical.
other guys. Yeah. Oh well, they did post like his. I know he missed a few games this year, so you couldn't really you can pick it apart if you wanted to. But he had better numbers than Quinyon Mitchell from the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
I do know, what was it, 4 games he missed this year, Joey? About 4.
Yeah,
something like that. I mean, he gets. I think he gets his. He's handsy, and that's why a lot of people don't like him. And it comes at the most inopportune times. Like it'll be 3rd and 15, and it's like we stop him, and then it's first down.
And that's just the league now too. It's
Yeah.
like, it makes it so easy for offenses, which is I don't understand why more people just don't do it. You get in a 3rd and 15, a lot of people are still running draws and screens.
Yeah,
just throw it
run
up.
a go route and
Yeah,
hope
just
for the
throw it
best.
up.
I mean, it's gotten to the point now where like any deep ball, I'm holding my breath and waiting to see like is there
Right,
going
it's
to
gonna
be a
be a
flag,
flag,
or what's going on? Because or if you're coming across the middle as a wide receiver and you're you're catching the ball in those that danger area, which would be considered a dangerous area back in the early 2000s when you got Ed Reed and Troy and Ray Lewis lurking. What are you supposed to do as a defender now? You can't lay these people out. You know what I mean? So it is an offensive game.
You can't hit the quarterback. The roughing. Oh man, the roughing passes are crazy.
And it's not consistent. That's the most upsetting part. You get Aaron Rodgers who might get hit in his head, no call, and then you get the Josh Allens, the people who run the league, and Pat Mahomes. God forbid Pat Mahomes gets touched. You know what I mean? It's 15. Maybe you might get fined and put out the NFL if you hit him too hard.
20K, 20K easy.
Just for looking at him the wrong way. But I do think it is an offensive game. But people tune in to watch points.
Yeah,
it's no longer people want to see schematics and defensive games. They want to see points on the board.
What did you think of the catch?
Which one?
I'll have to look it up right
the
now.
Rams catch or
I believe it was the
Talking about
Rams.
the
Brandon
Bills
Cooks.
catch.
You might be talking
Bills.
about Brandon Cooks.
I'm talking about the Bills. Yeah.
Okay.
I thought that was a pick.
Yeah, I do too.
Because there was one that was just like it, right?
That was
that
a
they were
catch.
comparing to.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Rams one was
Yeah,
that
the
you were
Rams
talking
was
about?
the
I do
Devontae
think
Adams' knee was down on that one.
I do think there's people will pick it apart because they're fans and they're biased, and I get it. But there are different elements to both of those plays. Devontae Adams caught the ball and then dropped his knee down, and then he was engaged with. So that would then put him down. Brandon Cooks was stripped. Yeah, Brandon Cooks was still in the process of making that catch.
Right.
You know what I mean? And when you're doing that, you have to survive the ground. So I do get it. It was just a great play by the defender. Yeah, it was just a great play by the defender. So I don't think they were the same, but I do think it was an interception.
And like that's like you go back to say like low football IQ. Someone like me sees that, and every comment I see is these plays are exactly the same. And you talk to people that are actually in it, be like, no, it's a lot more nuanced than just.
It's funny. My wife, she's like, you want to go to the game? We try to make it a point to at least catch one Steeler game, but I'd rather watch the games at home because the things you hear from the crowd is just upsetting.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, he should have did this or he should have did that, and it's like me going to college and playing football and understanding the game on a different level. I'm like, these people just don't know the pure ignorance of just.
I used to travel around, play big concerts. My wife took me to a couple concerts. I just stood there with RBF, and she's like, "I'm not doing this again." I just like you said, like I know too much.
Right. My wife's like just happy to be there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Drinking, eating, cheering. but she doesn't know the game the way I do. And
exactly.
I'm like locked in, like looking at formations, safeties
Yeah.
rotating and formations and things like that. So when you get regular fans that are like, what are we doing? It's like, oh, they don't understand the concept, or they don't understand the scheme, or they don't understand why this player is bracketed and this player's not, or why, you know what I mean? Like, it can be frustrating.
What position did you play?
In college or high school?
College.
I was recruited as a linebacker.
Okay.
And then I ended up going D2, so I was considered a big linebacker. So
I gotcha.
They moved me down to DN, and I became like a speed rush kind of guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So to be in that, you have to understand like every single position on that side of the field and what they do.
Yeah.
I mean, to excel in your own game. So like when you sit there at like a Pittsburgh Steelers game, you're watching all these pieces and what you do in that situation. Just like putting it to like a concert, just all the little pieces that I see. It's like sometimes you just want to be at home and just watch a YouTube video of it live or something.
Yeah. You just want to not hear all the goofy remarks so you can actually process it.
Yeah.
And I played a quarterback in high school too, so like I can like just look at coverages and understanding that that as well.
Like you said, watching the guy at the house, I like watching the game by myself. Like I don't want nobody around me. Just silence. I'm watching the game in silence. I'm not excited. I just be chilling. I'm watching the game, watching everything. Just a robot at the house on Sundays. Like And Malcolm always be trying to get me to come out to McFadden's.
Oh, down you right by the stadium.
Yeah, during the games, I'm like, I can't do it. Like, I
you
can't watch the game with all this going on around me.
You have no peace there. No kind of.
I don't like to miss any plays. Like I got to see every snap of the season.
That's how I am. And I catch myself like I coach football now, high school football. So I'll catch myself in like situationals, like when situations are going on, like a 2-minute drill. I'm like, oh, they got to call a timeout now, or oh, you got to get half of it here, or things like that. So I do find I got to watch the game by myself too, because I'm locked in all the way, like just trying to map things out myself as if I'm coaching the game too. So yeah, I agree. Besides my kids running around and screaming, I'm kind of locked in.
So let me ask you this, because we had Boogie on the podcast, and you asked him a question, like compared to when you were playing high school and college, going to an educator and a coach, like what are the differences? Do you have any like difficulties, especially with like technology, like keeping like everybody in line that you notice?
As a player, like from high school?
As a coach now, looking back when you were a player, like what's different, or like
the technology for sure.
Yeah.
Like we posted our highlight tapes on YouTube, and you were like, oh, let me see how many views I got. Now you got Huddle, where you can directly make your own highlight tapes and do a variety of different things. Huddle came out when I got to college, so I was able to still use it, but like the way that they use it now is completely different. So technology definitely. The film angles as well. You got end zone view and sideline view. We just had sideline when I was in high school. As well as like I just think the analytics and everything that comes out now, like a little bit more about the game. Of course, when you're in college, you get the scouting report. But like, and as a coach now, we have a thing called it's like Huddle, but it's called Sideline. So like, as soon as the play happens, it uploads to my tablet, and I can rewatch it back. And
that's crazy.
Yeah, it lets me know. It's kind of like the NFL has, you know what I mean? But I can rewatch it back and see who did what, and then it also tells me like, oh, this was a third down play. They've ran this play now.
The consistencies.
So now you get the data from
real
that.
time.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
Real time. And then at halftime, you can go in and be like, hey, I've noticed in third and long situations out of this formation, this is what they're doing, or this is what's going on. And it's crazy to think
that's
that.
Crazy.
You know what I mean?
So just like you're not going in with just like we have to go with like this playbook we have for this specific game. There's like a battle going on between coaches, like real time, where you're adjusting to the play style. That is wild.
It's definitely chess. I feel like in high school though, it's a lot more. Coaches are like more of a this is what we are and this is who we are, and you got to stop it. There's not much adjustments, only because of the level and the skill level of all the kids that you got. When you get to college though, it's a chess game for real, and there's so much more that goes into preparation, and there's so many more. It's almost like having like you're studying for another class or getting another degree in sports, almost by the amount of preparation that you go into throughout the week. That you have to deal with just to prepare for one game.
That's nuts. when I asked you that question, I was thinking like how do you get the kids to like lock in from TikTok? I didn't even realize like you started talking about huddle. I'm like, wow, they actually like you just modernize this game so much
Yeah.
to where like it's just like a bad like just the thought of like being able to adjust and look at a play real time and look
Yeah.
at the consistencies and just do
That was
your audibles that way.
We had
That's-
nothing like that. It was what
Yeah.
one you watch film,
Yeah, well,
and you
yeah.
go into the game, and you just go based
Yeah.
off of memory and traits and tactics, and you're
That's
just kind of
crazy.
out there just going.
Yeah, Monday film, Saturday film.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yep, just kind of just
that's
go.
wild.
But yeah, I think in high school though, it's the transfer portal from college. It's
Mhm.
kind of trickled down into high school. You'll see a lot of high school guys just jumping around.
I've
Whether
heard
it's
that.
Whitfield or City or whatever it
I've
is.
heard that.
It's crazy.
The guy that I talked to at preschool drop off was like, it's basically like NIL for high school
Yeah.
right now, and
Yeah.
that's wild to think like about the scouting and the offers that could come.
You
in.
see kids who just don't want to compete.
Right.
Like, oh, I'm not starting. Okay, I'm just going to go over here. They don't have a quarterback. Oh, I'm not playing.
Yeah,
I'm just going to go over here. They don't have a linebacker. So I think you lose that. Like a lot of kids don't have that competitive edge.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like
Like,
that instant gratification.
right. And that goes
Yeah.
back to the TikTok and Instagram, social
Yeah.
media, like you're talking about. But
Yeah.
like when we were younger, it was,
Yeah.
oh, I'm not starting. Well, let me show you why I
Right.
should be
Yeah.
starting. You know what I
Like,
mean? I don't
got a
have
chip on your shoulder.
Yeah, my mom's not moving me to a different school because I'm not playing. You know what I mean? Like that's not how it is. But you got guys who are going to certain schools, not for academics, but just to play
yeah.
sports. You know what I mean? And then if they're not playing, they'll transfer out.
Looking like as if like the only way they can get better is by being in game time. Like there's no other like you can't learn from anybody better than you.
Right. No, it is crazy though, and it definitely heightened up after they were allowed to use the transfer
Yeah.
portal and kind of NIL and all that stuff took off. You see a lot of high school kids just following suit and doing the same thing.
I asked the guy in the line what it would mean for like our area, and he was like, I could see where like if you had like a crazy stud, if somebody like gets picked up, but I don't know how like good it would be like leave Martins Ferry, go to St. C, leave St. C. I don't know if that would be worth it in that aspect.
There was the one kid from Pound Richland who transferred to Pound Richland. He was a big name, and there was a lot of people doubting him. Said you can't do this at this kind of school, and he tore it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a good year. Now that I understand, you know what I mean. Like I want more eyes on me. I'm a 3-star athlete already. I'm trying to get bigger schools. Let me transfer to somewhere that's going to make me challenge my skill set a little bit more, so I can show myself off.
Yeah.
I get that, but like just jumping around to start
Right.
doesn't make any sense to me. To me.
It kind of like waters down the overall game because like you don't have that iron sharpening iron in every team, and everybody's just kind of moving around and not learning off each other.
Yeah, no, I mean, where I coach at in the City League of Pittsburgh, it's one when I played. I also played in the city, but there was 10 teams back then. There's 5 teams now. 4 teams make the playoffs. So like, as long as you're not the worst team, and you know what I mean, you're a shoe into the playoffs, and then anything can happen. So it's kind of it's watered down. Like you know, if you play in the city, and no disrespect to it, because I coached there, I played there, I come from there, it's just not the same anymore.
Yeah.
So I just think that what I think they should do is just go ahead and just put us all in our perspective, our respected areas, like of our single A, triple A, whatever that is, and then kind of let us take our bumps and bruises until we can build the programs up to where they need to be.
Yeah.
And just go ahead and do that, because we're not doing any justice to having these kids play in the city with 5 schools. You know what I mean? Like, what are we? There's no real competition there. There's only 2 teams that really compete every year, 3 teams, and it's the same 2 to 3 teams. You know what I mean?
They have the same kind of construct here. It's called like the Buckeye 8.
Yeah.
To where you're playing. I mean, I think they're bringing it back. Or
I think so.
We play Harrison and Martins Ferry and St. C was in it, and
Was Buckeye in
Edison
it?
and Buckeye.
Buckeye's in
Yeah,
it?
but it's kind of like the same kind of thing. But there's a Steubenville Big Red. I think you've heard of them, even being from Pittsburgh. They play teams, bigger schools, and you know what I mean. And they compete every year. You know, they're the best school in the valley. Been the best school in the valley for at least 20 years.
Yeah, as long as I can remember.
Yeah, but then you got all these other little schools down here in Ohio just competing in this little league, not wanting to get lumped up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you'll see that too. Like teams are scared of competition. Like there's a few teams that like opted out of playing games because they're like, no, you're going to beat us too bad, so we'll just opt out.
Right.
Like,
Or
I've
then-
never heard of that before, you know?
Then you're forcing kids to just travel around to places that, 2 hours away to play a game when
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of what we're getting towards though. Like, you know what I mean? There's only 5 teams. We have to travel. Most of our
yes,
games,
yeah.
we have to travel. So, like, we'll play Butler. We played Hollidaysburg, which is a trip for us and a trip for them, too. You know what I mean? But, yeah, just finding those games out of conference and then having to travel to those can be a challenge sometimes.
I have a little TST Sports announcement. I texted you a message a couple nights ago, and I wanted to just like tell our fans what's going on. There's a boxing simulator on the MetaQuest 3 that was designed by UFC fighters and boxers. Started playing it as like a little workout, and I thought this would be kind of cool if you could put it in a live setting with production because one, there's no insurance policy. There's no commission that has to come in. You just have to sign a waiver if somebody's throwing like just haymakers and just not knowing what they're doing.
Break your TV or something?
Yeah. So I started hitting up businesses, and Riverside Pal was the first to hit me back up. And I was like, hey, if I threw this thing, would do prize money? Would we like get something put together? Started hitting production. And then I just threw a Hail Mary message to the creators of the game. And I was like, can I get permission? Can I like do whatever? And they were like, let us send you this program that's in beta that's going to allow you to stream it. We'll give you all the permissions. We'll promote your show and everything. So be on the lookout for virtual boxing tournaments for prize money around the Ohio Valley.
Yeah.
That's dope. No CT involved, you know?
No CT.
Yeah. Gotta get us a good pair of boxing shorts. TST
Get some sponsors.
Yeah.
Brush up on our boxing skills. I had to make some investments and do one-use headgear. That way, if somebody sweats up one of those machines, we just pop it off for sterilization. It's done. But
Good cardio. Good cardio.
Shout out to Dave Acosta from Bellator and Tony Jeffries, Olympic boxer. They just kind of hooked me up, and I was telling my dad about the story, and he's like, "How do you just like reach out and they reach back?" Because our TikTok is so hot right now.
Yeah.
When you have a bunch of followers and you message somebody, I guess like it pops up like, hey, there's an account that with a big following that hits you up. They hit me up right back.
Away. That's dope.
Right back here, just from Wheeling, West Virginia, just sending Hail Marys out
Right.
there.
Hey.
What else is new? You mentioned baseball season.
Yeah, it's around the corner. A lot of moves being made right now. None really in Pittsburgh. We brought the guy from the Orioles. I forget his name. He played first base. We brought him in.
They seem excited though. Just living in the city, seems like a lot of guys they're hopeful, you know.
Every year.
Every year. I mean, that's the fold, I guess. The loyalty of Pittsburgh fans, whether it be Penguins, Steelers, or Pirates. But it just seems like there's a different kind of excitement this year. You know, normally they're like, oh, he doesn't spend money. This is what's, this and that. But around the city, it seems like there's kind of some kind of hope. And then, with Paul Skeens being there,
It's just a beautiful ballpark.
Oh,
honestly,
man. It's dope. I mean, Pirates have not
Cheap
been
tickets.
good for so long. But, yeah, you could go to a ball game and it is a beautiful, beautiful place. I think it was rated like one of the top ballparks out of all of them. But yeah, it's a beautiful place. They placed it real in a great area, to be honest with you. It's a beautiful place.
Look up news in the MLB right now.
I know the Penguins are doing all right now. From what I hear, I'm not too really well versed on hockey. I will watch if the Penguins are playing in the playoffs, but I do know that they I think they said that they're in second place right now or something like that.
I got you. I haven't checked out too much hockey myself.
Yeah, I haven't. But from what I hear, they've turned it around. They're looking pretty good.
How was Florida? I know you went down with the Buff Boys.
Yeah, Florida was it was dope. It was different this year because I was injured, so I didn't really get to play.
Right.
But I got to watch and kind of.
Is that flag?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flag,
Okay.
yeah. Different perspective.
Watching is the worst.
It is the worst, especially when you're a competitor. But every year I go down with my family and we go to Disney, so we kind of make it a trip. But just watching the guys compete and then me not being able to run because I'm I'm on the pup list right now.
Right.
But it's a whole different perspective. Do miss 8-man for sure. 5s is not the same for me.
Right.
You know, I'm a physical, more like get my hands on people type of player. So 8-man is where it's at. We will be bringing that back, but Florida was dope. It was hot, then it was cold, and then it was freezing. You know, it was just all over the place. Kind of felt like Pittsburgh a little, a little bit up and down in the weather. But I look forward to, you know, always going down there every year,
Right.
seeing the guys and then watching them compete. Of course, Millie made somebody fall, and you know,
It was insane.
yeah, that's a crazy athlete, but he made somebody fall, and it was I don't know if anybody caught it. I hope they did, but it was very bad. It was bad. It was real bad. But I think they got bounced in the first round. Close game. It was a close game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy, like playing sports so long at whatever capacity it is, being an athlete your whole life,
Right.
and then becoming an old guy.
Oh man.
When you can see it happen,
I feel it.
and you're just the guy that's, you know, you're pulling people. Hey man, check this out. It's,
Yeah.
but it's fun though. It keeps the game fun.
It does,
The
it
IQ of it.
It does,
keeps,
yeah,
the
no.
chess game of it. That's all you got when you get old.
Yeah.
Man.
It's all mental.
I remember-
man, if I take a step this way, I know I'm gonna beat this dude
Right.
here, even though he's faster than me. He might even be stronger than me, but if I step this way,
my
move my
angles.
hips this way,
Right.
I'm
I
a
remember
thrashing.
when
Yeah.
Kurt introduced, like he was talking about it. I would just graduated college, got done with college ball, and I'm like, man, I was a college athlete. I'm not playing flag. Like
Right.
this is a joke. And then I got out to my first tournament, and I was like, oh, like this is competitive. Like these guys are actually playing, and there's some athletes out here. Like this is fun. I've been hooked ever since. Been
And
playing
the
ever
trenches
since.
is all work.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And people don't realize that either. There be some people out there, flag, all right, I'm coming, woo, woo, woo. They get in them trenches,
Right.
and they eat that dirt for the first couple times, and they're like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
I don't think they realize too. Like when you go down in Florida, you play against anybody. Like and you don't know. There's been some practice squad NFL guys down there that you're running
Yeah.
to, and those guys are, you know, people laugh at practice squad players, but they're in the NFL for for a reason too. You know what I mean? They're on the roster. Well, not on a roster, but they're in the buildings. You know what I mean? They're getting paid some pretty good money to practice. Those guys are some amazing athletes as well. But flag is definitely taking on. I know it's going to be in the Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
It's taking off. I know there's been some talk of doing professional teams too.
Yeah. I don't like bringing guys from the NFL to compete. I mean, I understand like these are
You talking about for the Olympics or just in general?
like I understand for the Olympics for flag football.
Yeah.
These are like the top tier,
Guys.
gladiator type athletes in the world. You know what I mean? But flag is just different. There's so many different nuances
Elements.
to the
Yeah, yeah.
game. It's
What do you-
insane. Yeah.
So you think you agree with the people who are like NFL athletes should sit out and it should be a flag thing, or do you think
Yeah.
I mean, I obviously think that with the athletes that are in the NFL, they're the top of the top. You know,
Right.
If you give them time to learn the game, they would be deadly
Right.
and probably win.
But
But I
that-
do think there is the nuance of, and then we found that out with our team. Like we have all the talent in the world. We're
Right.
younger and faster than a lot of these teams, but the teams that are older just tend to beat us a lot because of the knowledge of the game. It's a different game. It's football,
Right.
but it's not football at the same
yeah.
time. Yeah,
It's like a chess mix. Like
right,
it's
right. You know what I mean?
you got to know the rules and you got to know when to execute the rules.
Right.
And yeah.
How to manipulate the flag. I can imagine like the level changes, like
Oh,
how
man.
different it is, like to
Yeah.
avoid a defender.
There's poppers, so you have poppers and small man, which are the ones that you got to pull real hard and they make that
Yeah.
sound. And then when you play in the 8-man, 9-man, you'll have the triple threat flags, which are like a belt and it all comes off one together. And the poppers are harder to grab, but if you get somebody who's fast and wiggly, it's all the same. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's hard to tackle some guys and like just tackle some guys. Now imagine just trying to grab a flag on their hip while they're running. It's more challenging than I think a lot of people think. And then when they're dipping and doing all these kinds of maneuvers, it's even hard. It's even harder. So
What was the league that we filmed? We went down for the morning
That was a co-ed league.
co-ed league. I was going to say like when they're trying to when a defender's trying to grab your flag, it's almost like that schoolyard when you're playing tag. Like you almost pop your hips to get
Yeah.
around their
You gotta have,
hand. Yeah.
If you have good hips, you're good.
yeah,
You
or if
gotta-
you're just agile, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like just hard for people to touch. You guys might want to go down to Florida one time and stream down there. Or,
We did a mic'd up That last time we went down, we'll do that again.
Yeah, I
cool.
think that'd be dope. Get Millie on the mic.
Yeah.
Or somebody like that. Millie's I keep bringing him up. Millie is I grew up with him. He was my receiver in high school.
Okay.
Dynamic athlete. He made Sports Center like top 10 plays like 3-4 weeks in a row at in college. And now in the flag world, he's just any position you put him at, he's just that good of a player.
Now, in the flag world, where's like the top echelon? Is it Florida? Is that where like they all meet, or is it just kind of nationally just spread out?
I think Florida would be considered the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl flag. But you have major tournaments all year round, you know, because our weather is different than Texas or Vegas or whatever like that. But you have your big tournaments that you might have in, like they might have one in the Dallas Stadium that people go to, and then there's different styles that go on down there. But yeah, Florida would be considered like the Super Bowl because you have one in Tampa, one in Orlando. Orlando generally tends to be the more challenging teams, you would say, is where people go as for competition, and then Tampa is more of your small ball kind of stuff. The stuff that you'll see in the Olympics where people are watching them high points, high scoring, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
And then like, say like when you're playing like flag leagues in here, if like an athlete wants to get into flag, is it like to get to Florida? Are there like leagues that reach out to here, or is it more like you have to enter the tournaments?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, and
that's like qualifiers maybe.
Yeah, and that circles back to your original question too of like who's the top guys. You don't really know. Like you gotta go play in tournaments to be the guy
to figure out which. Gotcha.
You accrue points in certain leagues and tournaments that you play in, which will rank you based off of wins and if you won the tournament and things like that. When we started out, we was like number one. Like in the nation at one point in time we were but we've kind of due to life have fallen off and haven't really played 8-man as much, but our 5-man team is still pretty good though.
Our 5-man team was ranked 3rd in the nation for most of the year last year. So
they won nationals last year in comp. The Super Bowl.
Now in 5-man, is that just one QB, 4 receivers out?
Could be. That's what we're saying. The flag is completely different, man. So literally, you'll have people who block.
Okay.
But everybody's eligible to run a route. So like,
I gotcha.
You might put somebody my size in the block, and then you're thinking, all right, we're going to put a bigger guy to rush him. But if I take off on a route, can he cover me? So now you're in a game of, I need more athletes out there, or do I need more big guys? And then sometimes you'll get guys who are out there who are like, well, it doesn't look like they got any big guys out there, so let's put all of our big guys out there and kind of muscle everybody up.
And you got guys like Josh Tulliver from Belair.
Yeah.
He's a cheat code. We call him Hulk.
Oh yeah,
cheat code.
You know what?
That's my first time figuring out his name. I've always called him Hulk. Yeah.
One time I was hooping down Lansing and they put me on him to defend him. How hilarious that was.
That's a long night. I've been hooping with Hulk for like the past couple weeks to try to get back in shape. I have nothing on offense.
You did.
I'm down fighting with him. We're trying to throw each other around and everything.
He's a big guy.
And he gets every rebound, so you got to box him out. Try to box him out. He's hitting you with swim moves and elbows.
He's fast. He's a big. Yeah, he's a cheat. I watched him. He played with our team down in Florida, 5-man. I watched him lay somebody down ever so gently.
Yeah.
As he blocked him. It's the nicest pancake I've ever seen.
Yeah.
In the face.
He's like, I like to call him Banner. Everyone calls him Hulk. I like to call him Banner.
Glasses
version of him.
Yeah.
He would leap. He would leap from, I swear, the 3-point line over me and just lay it up like I was a baby. And like my teammates would look at me and I'd look at them like, please tell me what I can do differently right now to stop.
Nothing. Just hope he misses.
Yeah.
At that point, Hulk is a freak for sure. And I think our team, we got a couple freaks, on that team,
especially 8-man.
8-man, yeah, we're loaded with talent, but that once again goes back to the rules and knowing the game. You know what I mean? Formations and different tactics and things like that. It's just a different game.
Now,
there toilet paper or something? I need to blow my nose real quick.
There should be a napkin right in that room if you want to grab it.
My bad.
You're good. I'll think of a way that we can close this out. I think we got perfect timing too. It's funny going to you mentioned aging and hooping. I think like the summer before last, I was down Yorkville Park and TT was there, and me and him were the only ones stretching on one side of the basketball court. I'm like, we reached that age, buddy.
Yeah.
Here we are.
And Terrence, he loves playing with the young guys and trying to teach them all the nuances of the game and everything like that down there in Yorkville.
Yorkville's a beautiful place to play.
Yeah. I'm at that age, though, where if we ain't playing on hardwood, don't invite me.
Yeah.
Don't invite me.
Yeah, like I mentioned to you, that Lansing, that's linoleum floor, and I can still feel it in my knees every time I came down on that thing, slipping constantly,
I got no interest in playing that. Again, on concrete. My shins and knees would be a mess for a week.
Yeah. Where was your dream hoop location? Not like a school or like actual, like affiliated with a team, but like say a park or.
Back when I would play on concrete.
Yeah.
Okay. Shady Side's got really nice courts.
Shady Side.
Talking about Shady Side in Pittsburgh, or
no, down here, down the road.
Okay.
Here.
About to say, wait, Shady Side got hoop courts? Yeah, but a big hub that used to be a big place to hoop, kind of like Pittsburgh's Rutgers, I guess you could say, would be like Penley or Mellon Park back in the day. You'd come down, it'd be like people just circled all around, like just watching pickup games. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Sometimes there'd be league plays too, but like it'd be popping down there. And if you couldn't hoop, you better not even try to step foot on the court down there. So I stayed away. You know, I'm not a hooper. I'm not a hooper at all.
We always talk about, I think, every sports show, but I think it was the Elks League and Betty Zane. They used to have like just one-off events every year where they would bring in like guys nationally, and it would be like that, like just a Rucker Park for like a day.
Yeah,
and they got rid of it for cornhole
in a beer garden.
All right, guys. I think it was a good episode. I think we hit right on our time. Bishop, I appreciate you coming in.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Making some predictions. We'll
have to bring you back again.
Oh yeah.
See if my predictions came true. You know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
It's what's that feel like when you watch that game, knowing that there's like just a little bit of content out there of you? Like,
oh man, it's tough when you post it right before it too.
Yeah,
because I had people hit me up like, man, you knew. I was like, we shot this 2 weeks ago. Like,
yeah.
We didn't shoot this right before the game. Like I said this 2 weeks ago. They got to win after that.
Right.
Like, at least give me my flowers for the Packers win on the Bears and Ole Miss. Give me my flowers. You know.
Yeah. And you got to tell them, like, you got to understand.
Win.
People love when you get it wrong. They only remember. You know how that goes.
Right.
You just got to tell people, because you have to understand the guy editing these clips has no idea what he's doing. He just, I researched like who's playing today, and then I hurry up, get the transcript, and like, here we go, prediction.
Yeah. I think I'd be willing to come back for sure. You know, draft is coming up here in Pittsburgh. You know, I live in Pittsburgh. It's going to be a huge thing down there.
Yeah.
So you know,
maybe like a mobile. Take it mobile, go do like a little draft day down there.
Oh, that'll be crazy.
Yeah.
The North Shore is going to be
We can interview people walking the streets.
Yeah, man. It's going to be a crazy
interview people walking the streets. Let's find a venue that's like, hey, give us a table, like to get some equipment around, get some people around us. We got our game day right there. Let's do it.
New coach, a lot of picks, and the city of Pittsburgh. I think it's going to be a big thing. You know, big thing. So I'm excited actually.
Plan.
We might be able to couple that in with
virtual reality boxing. I already know you're.
Well, that and Malcolm, he has been compiling years and years worth of evidence of the NFL being rigged. So
conspiracy theories.
We might be able to take the podcast to Malcolm and say, all right, Mr. Malcolm.
Let us hear.
Let us hear.
We're just going to hit record and let
state your case. Yeah, no, I think that'll be dope.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
All right, guys. Appreciate you guys coming in once again.
No
Thanks
problem.
for tuning in, everybody. This is TST Sports officially episode 1. We did it.